problem, so I would like to again invite him. So welcome again, Dr. Akhilesh.
Thank you.
Just a second, I'll be sharing. Yeah, now it is visible.
Yeah. Thank you, all of you, especially
Yeah,
the chair
you may
members.
continue.
Thank you, all of you, especially the chair members who are organizing this type of scientific programs to explore modern technologies, scientific developments, and the best. We can see each other scientists across the world on this platform. Okay, today my topic is the modern floating giants, FSRU and FLNG. World is facing a lot of problem related to energy segment, especially in the storage and regasification, and because of that, this new development is coming out is FSRU and FLNG. Next slide, please. I will describe you because it's a very new topic for the world. From last few years, we can see it, check it out globally. Especially couple of countries only entered into this segment, and in the manufacturing side, only Korea is the only country who is into manufacturing of this kind of giants vessels. Okay. FSRU, what is FSRU and FLNG? We must have to know first of all. And FSRU is a floating storage regasification unit. It's a specialized maritime vessel that stores liquefied natural gas, LNG, and converts it back into a gaseous state on board, acting as a mobile floating import terminals. It regasifies LNG and delivers it directly to shore-based pipelines network without the need for large permanent land-based facilities. Okay, we know it. This LNG or petroleum products is not available everywhere in the world.
Yeah, now it is perfect, sir.
Okay, fine. Sorry, all of you get disturbed because of this network issue. Okay, I can continue now. This how floating LNG technology is reshaping global energy. And the second part, storage, regasification, and liquefaction at sea. So these are two basic parts in FSRU and FLNG technology. How it will work it out. FSRU is floating storage and regasification unit. FLNG is floating liquefied natural gas. Okay, how it will transport, what is the use of FSRU? I can elaborate it in a very broad and simplest way to all of you with the technology we are using. Next slide, please. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, key functions. So we must have to know the key functions of FSRU. First one is storage. We store the LPG, LNG in this FSRU. FSRU holds massive volume of supercooled LNG at about minus 160 degrees centigrade. Is heavily insulated. Is in specialized cargo tanks. Okay. On the ports, we just use of with FSRU, we hand over it to LNG carriers. Okay, that is called regasification. The vessel used onboard equipment, often heat exchangers, using glycol water to safely heat and pressurize the LNG, transforming it back into a usable gas. Third one is transfer. How this LNG is transferred. The pressurized gas is exported from the ship through high pressure flexible hoses or unloading arms into coastals or national pipelines grid. If we have two FSRUs, for example, one is in Turkey or one is in Bharat or one is in Singapore or Russia, uh, the first one, like in Singapore, that will store all this LNG. Second, through carrier LNG, we transfer this from the FSRU from one place to another place. Okay, and through pipeline we transfer to the public on the port, or we distribute it anywhere from there. Okay, next slide. Why FSRU are used? Faster deployment, that is the fastest way to transfer this LNG on time. They can be operational in a fraction of time it takes to construct permanent land-based terminals. Okay, near the shore, near the port, we built this storage systems from where we can transfer to the local vehicles or through pipelines anywhere. Cost effective, they offer a significantly cheaper alternative to onshore receiving infrastructure. Flexibility, when not actively regasifying, FSRUs can be detached or used as a standard LNG carrier, making them highly adaptable to seasonal or emergency energy demands. For example, the bigger giants, FSRU giants, have a capacity of 1 billion cubic meter per day. That kind of giants these days are building now. Only 4 giants are available across the whole world. If you supply it to a small country, so from port we can detach it and transfer this FSRU to different place also. Next slide. FSRU, floating storage and regasification unit. It is a specialized type of marine vessel or offshore facility used in the liquefied natural gas LNG industry. Just give you a quick breakdown how it works. Storage, it receives and stores LNG at cryogenic temperature of minus 160 degrees centigrade, delivered by standard carrier ships. We called it CLNG, carrier LNG. Regasification, on board equipment heats the LNG, turning it back into the natural gaseous state. Third one is distribution. Distribution is a major part of this industry. The natural gas is then pressurized and sent ashore via pipeline for domestic or industrial use. FSRUs are highly valued in the energy sector because they act as faster, more flexible and more cost-effective alternatives to traditional onshore LNG terminals. Next slide please. What are the challenges LNG industry get it or this FSRU face? Problem: the natural gas is clean but hard to transport. Pipelines are very expensive and geopolitical limitations. Solutions: cool gas to minus 160 degree centigrade to make LNG 600x smaller volume. We can reduce it to on minus 162 degrees centigrade. We can reduce by 600x smaller volume. Okay, like 600 grams is converted to 1 gram. This much of big difference we can utilize it. New bottleneck: traditional onshore terminals takes 5 years of time in manufacturing of it, and that will cost 1 billion and above to build. Take the plant to the gas or bring the terminal to the market. That's the basic solution or answer of all these challenges. Next slide. Meet the floating DUO FSRU FLNG. Okay, floating storage regasification unit, floating liquefied natural gas. Import terminals is on the ship. Means the entire LNG factory we can build it on the ship, on the vessel. Receiving LNG stores it, turns it back to gas produces, treats, liquefies, stores, and loads LNG offshore. We can receive it anywhere. Located near demand market, located above offshore gas fields. Next slide. How an FSRU, next slide please. How an FSRU works. The import side that we must have to know means step-by-step procedure or step-by-step flow. I just describe it. Berthing and transfer. LNG carriers moves alongside FSRU LNG at minus 162 degrees centigrade, transferred via synergic hoses or unloading arms. Okay, there is a specialized type of pipings we use it, hose pipes we say that is connected on the port for the transportation. Storage. LNG is stored in membrane or spherical moss tanks. Typical capacity is 170,000 meter cube, but now in 25 two major ships were built that have a capacity of 1 billion meter cube per day. Kind of biggest giants are present now. Regasification. LNG pumped to high pressure, then heated from minus 162 degrees centigrade to plus 10 degrees centigrade. Open loop. Seawater warms LNG. On seawater, we can make very easily with hose pipes model. Closed loops, fresh water, glycol heated by ship boilers. Okay. Send out high pressure gas sent through pipeline to shore for power plants, industry, and for homes. The key equipments which is used in the whole setup is tanks, regasification trains, HP manifold, gas metering systems. Next slide please. How an FLNG works, the export side. Earlier we say import part, now the export side. Step by step flow. Production. Anchored over offshore gas field, receives raw gas from subsea wells. Treatments. Removes water CO2, removes water, CO2, H2S, mercury to prevent freezing corrosion. Liquefaction. Cools gas to minus 162 degrees centigrade using refrigeration cycles. Storage. LNG is stored in hull integrated cryogenic tanks. It is a dome type tanks. We build it. Offloading. LNG transferred to conventional LNG carrier for export. We called it CLNG. That's called carrier LNG. Okay. First FLNG Petronas was established in 2017 as PFLNG. PFLNG SAR2 is the first LNG made by Petronas. Largest FLNG is Shell Prelude 2019. The biggest one is under manufacturing in Korea in 2025. It comes operational in 2026. Next slide. Why go floating? Next slide. Next slide please. Yeah. Why go floating? What is the need of this floating LNG is or floating FSRU is required? First one is the speed. Speed is very important because every home, every factory, every industry need a continuous supply of energy. FSRU can be deployed in less than 2 years to 5 years on any onshore. New build FSRU is approx 3 years, maximum is 5 years for mega giant setups. Cost is 100 to 150 million for a small range. Mid range is around 300 million. And the high range goes below above 1 billion USD. Okay, flexibility can relocate to any new market as demand shifts. Acts as temporary solution. Access FLNG unlocks remote standard gas fields too far for pipelines. Footprint, no large onshore land needed. Lower environmental impact. That is the one of the most basic issue why FLNG, floating LNG is required, or FSRUs are required. Next slide, please. FSRU versus onshore terminals. Onshore terminals require a lot of space that covers means half of the port area. Lot of risks are also involved on road. Factors FSRU onshore terminals build time is 18 to 36 months, but the giants will take 5 to 7 years. The capex is 100 million, 300 million, or above 1 billion, that we already discussed. Mobility relocate fixed very easily. Infrastructure, minimal port pipelines, extensive breathing tanks and pipe. These are the basic infrastructures required. Best for fast, seasonal, smaller markets, large, long time base load demand. We can shift it to anywhere. What are the technical challenges we get it in services, in operations? Like we just go through a couple of technical changes, like rollover. LNG certification in tanks can cause sudden boil off and pressure spikes managed by monitoring saturated vapor pressures. BOG management, boil off gas must be re-liquefied or used as a fuel to prevent tank overpressure. Mooring. FSRU need robust systems like tower yoke mooring for shallow water. It depends on water to water condition also, weather. Sea keeping and offloading in rough sea for FLNG FSRU. Like in northern sea part, it's very tough to move. Cost complexity, FLNG still has high cost and technical hurdles. Only a handful operations because they have to build it on in the sea. So a lot of technical challenges they face. Next slide, please. Global fleet and growth, FSRUs. 48 vessels by the end of 2021, and 588 conventional LNG tankers. 19 more are under construction. That is the entire world data of FSRUs. These are very small FSRUs. Key players are Accelerate Energy owns 10 FSRUs. South Korea built most of the FSRUs. Notable units: Turkey's Ertugrul Ghazi. Till time it is one of the biggest, 170,000 meter cube per day storage capacity, 20 million meter cube per day rigs capacity. Trends: Pakistan, Jordan, Egypt choose FSRU for the first LNG imports in 2015, used in 10 plus countries since 2005. Earlier LNG carriers were used. The new interaction of FSRUs is from almost from last 10 years. Next slide, please. The future outlook. The picture you saw it is one of the biggest giants. We saw it that is coming in sea in 2026. When we check out the future outlooks, first one is the energy security. FSRUs enable Europe or other countries to diversify gas supply fast post 2022. 2022. Earlier it was very slow. Supplies very that will slow down the entire industry. Now it moves with the interaction of large FSRUs. It will be quite easy. Energy transition, a small, medium FSRUs bring LNG to island nations, displacing diesels. Small island countries, it is one of the best solution for them. Decarbonization, LNG cold energy can be used for power generation, air separation. FLNG growth, more interest to monetize remote offshore gas plants. Okay. Next slide, please. Takeaways. FSRUs are the floating import terminals, store plus regasify LNG at sea very easily. FLNG, floating export plant, liquefy gas at the offshore fields. What is the game changer? That will cut down cost 50 to 70% versus the LNG present at onshore. Add huge flexibility. Not perfect, rollover, BOG, and weather are real engineering challenges. These are basic problems or hurdles also. Here to stay, rapidly expanding sector of LNG business. It's a trillion dollar business in the next coming 5 years. Next slide, please. What are the engineering hurdles face this industry? Visuals will show icons of each channel challenges like rollover, LNG layers mix, sudden boil off, needs a very minute micro level monitoring is required. BOG, boil off gas must be used as a fuel or reliquefied. Mooring needs tower yoke systems for shallow water. Whether offload in rough sea is very complex, not it is complex, very complex. Next slide. The future is floating, that I discussed earlier. Future is very bright in this floating FSRUs industry. World map with FSRUs, FLNG dots in Brazil, Turkey, Lithuania, Australia, Malaysia. These are upcoming countries who already entered into FSRUs. Trends, energy security. European Union deployed FSRUs rapidly after 2022 for non-Russian gases. Okay, because of the geopolitical pressures, they segregated and European Union deploy many FSRUs. New market is Jordan, Egypt started LNG imports via FSRU in 2015. Energy transition replaced diesel coal in island nations. FLNG growth monetize remote offshore gas that was standard. Uh, Thank you all of you. If you have any query, please ask or email me. Uh, Email is available on the screen. ASRDEEP.R&D is research and development at gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you all of you.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation, Doctor. Is there any question or any contributions? Okay, there seems to be no questions for now. Thank you again. Thanks so much for the contributions, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Have a wonderful day. And with this presentation, we concluded our guest speaker session. So we will move on to our first session presentations. Evet, değerli katılımcılar, bu sunumumuzla birlikte davetli konuşmacılarımızın oturumunu tamamlamış bulunmaktayız. Sırada birinci oturum
Thank you all of you.
sunumlarımız.
If you have any query,
edeceğiz.
just text me.
Yaklaşık 5 dakikamız kaldı ancak başlayabiliriz. Evet, ilk olarak Mehmet Pek, Mehmet Ali Gökçe, Abdülkadir Arslan, İsmail Börekçi ve Pınar Demirci